What is up, YouTube? I am Eric and you are watching Retro Video Game Pickups. Today we are starting a new series called The Forgotten Games, which is a series of games that I think is games that were at the top of their game but then over time had fallen off. So for the first one we will be talking about Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. So let's hop into it. So if you were like me, when you were a kid, you played the crap out of Tony Hawk Pro Skater. And I had most of my games on either the Nintendo 64 or the PS2 or then the Xbox. But, however, I played most of my time on the Nintendo 64. And this is one of my favorite series. So the level designs are so cool. Some of them mimic real life actual skate parks and others are made up. However, the soundtrack on this series is one of the absolute best soundtracks that I can think of. It rivals with Burnout, which is a great game as well. If you haven't checked that out, check that series out. However, this series really was the foundation of my love of punk music, because this was the first chance that I had to sit down in my house and play a game and listen to punk music just over and over. And those songs got so stuck in my head that I turned out to look them up, and I love them to this day. I listen to so much punk music and I can point it back to Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. So let's talk about this game a little bit. So there are multiple levels and you get scores for tricks and you get points and all that, but each level has about 10 goals you can hit. So the first 3 goals are a high score, so you have 3 different scores it wants you, so 10,000, 15,000, 25,000, or 15,000, 30,000, and 75,000, whatever it is. It's a pretty fun little goal because once you get into the tracks and the levels and you can really get doing some cool tricks and really stack those stacks on tricks and you'll just be set. You'll make those high scores and they won't matter. But the next few are like each level cool things that you can do. So there's one that lets you nose grind over a half pipe or kickflip on a roof or grind certain rails or wall ride or any of that stuff. That's what the majority of this is for. And then the bottom there is a hidden tape in each level and 100% in that level. So once you 100% that level, get all the goals and all the cash that's around the level, then you progress past that onto the next level. Now you don't necessarily have to beat all the goals to get to the next level, but completing all those goals helps you down the run when you're 10 or 15 levels into it, because you don't have to go back and try to beat it or do something like that. This series is so much fun, so we're gonna hop right into it. The first one is Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1, and I have this on the Nintendo 64. It's a very fun game. If you like cool skating and making cool tricks, I definitely say you need to pick that up. It's a fun game. It's one of the first Tony Hawk Pro Skater games that I had, and I played so much of it. And this is actually my copy from when I was a kid. So you know that I love this game, and I even took decent care of it. I mean, there's scratches and scrapes, but other than that, it's still in pretty good condition. So the second one is gotta be either my favorite or my second favorite game in the series, because I've played this so much. So like I said at the other one, this is also my cartridge from when I was a kid, and I took really good care of this one. I don't know how it managed to be in such good condition even though I played it constantly. And I absolutely love this game because once you start out in the hangar, you just go from there and everything's great. The levels are great and I just have so much fun playing it. So if you haven't played a Tony Hawk's Pro Skater game, this is the one I would say to pick it up and play it, because is a really good one. So the next one is a little special. It's kind of a remaster, if you want to say, but it also combines the first two games, which I think is so awesome. Because this game is not only better looking, it sounds better, and you're using a better controller, in my opinion, so you can have so much fun with this. I play this whenever I want to play 1 or 2. I'll plug in my Xbox and I'll play this because it graphically looks better and plays a little better too. So I definitely say if you want to get 1 and 2, but you don't want to spend the money and you have an Xbox, pick this game up. And if you don't own this game and you're a Tony Hawk's Pro Skater fan of the series, I definitely think you should grab this one because this is a very fun one and it's a good way to play the old games without necessarily having to deal with the clunkiness or the bad graphics. So pick this one up if you want to play it. So the third Tony Hawk is one that took me forever to get my hands on. So I got the first two when I was young and I played them, but then I never could find this one. I found it on the PS2 and played it a little bit, but then later on, a few years ago actually, I found it on the Nintendo 64, and that's the one I really like because I'm used to playing games on the Nintendo 64. However, I think the PS2 and the Xbox version are actually better versions of it. So if you're going to pick up one of these, I say pick up either the PlayStation 2 or the Xbox version because that will just be so much more for you. I think that this series is great, and the more you play it, the more you want to play it. So that for me is a big thing. So now we're gonna kind of progress downwards as far as my opinion is with this series, because Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4 was the first time you went away from starting a level and having all the goals. So this one was kind of an open world-ish. You're still stuck in the same level. However, you can choose what you want to do whenever. So if you're skating and you see a guy over there, you can say, I want to go over to him and see what he wants me to do. So you'll skate to him and you'll talk to him a little bit and then he'll give you something to do. So if you like games like that, this one works out. But however, I'm still a fan of the old ones because it tells you right off the bat what you need to do to get through this level, and you don't have to skate around and try to find people. So that's why this game kind of fell off for me. However, the graphics are still really good on this one. Being an Xbox game, it looks pretty good still. I had a bunch of fun playing it, and the music is still good. So I say if you got a few dollars, this one's not a bad one. It's not the best, but it's definitely not the worst. Okay, so you probably know that Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5 absolutely flopped. Not only did it sell bad, but it also played bad. The music on this sucks! I'm so mad about that. Whenever I bought this game, I had heard rumors of it. I had seen what was projected, but then when it came out, I did not buy it. I waited and waited, and I bought it for like 15 bucks, and I played it, and I couldn't get past the first level, honestly. I tried to like it, but the controls were wonky and not fun. The music sucks in this, in my opinion, so I did not enjoy that. And also, this thing is stupid. In the first level of this game, one of the missions is to get in a pool and knock all the balls off. As you can probably tell, that is ridiculous. You skate around in a pool trying to knock volleyballs out. This series is dead because of this game. I do not know how to tell you this, but don't pick this game up. If you want to play a Tony Hawk's Pro Skater game, this should be the last on your list. Pick up any others and you'll have fun. Don't pick up this one. I'm sorry, but I do not like this game, and I think that if you're gonna pick up a game, don't pick this one up, please. Pick up something else. Okay, so that was my Forgotten Game series of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. Now, this game started out and it was good, and then it got better, and then it got better, and then it kind of faded a little bit. But then 5 came in and it just tanked. And I think that's what really killed this series. Sadly, there are, from what I understand, no more games coming up for this, which is kind of okay for me because the 5th one sucked and I didn't enjoy it at all. However, it did look good compared to the other ones. I would like to see a remaster or a 3-pack, say 1, 2, and 3 Tony Hawk's Pro Skater on the Xbox One and PS4. I'd play that all day. However, I don't think anything's happening for that, and that's just a thing that I would like that would really be cool, but I'm not expecting it, honestly. If you like this video, please comment below and let me know what you thought about this series. Please comment below as well and tell me what games you think should be on my list, and I will then go over those as well in future videos. I would just like to thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.